The legal cannabis industry is seeing immense growth. According to Gallup, 66% of the country supports legalization. KushCo is poised to take advantage of this opportunity by expanding products and services to help businesses scale. Founded in 2010, KushCo Holdings began as a distributor of child-resistant pop-top bottles made in the USA. Since then, KushCo has sold more than 1 billion units to over 5,000 licensed growers, producers, and dispensaries across North America, South America, and Europe. To date, there are 37 states with some form of legalized cannabis use.
This is a challenging marketplace for businesses that operate, and what we've aimed to do is alleviate some of those challenges and build a business model that supports these businesses in a lot of different ways.
As companies are getting bigger and bigger, they're having licenses in multiple states, so it's our job to be able to facilitate the distribution of the ancillary product flow.
KushCo Holdings and its companies have grown alongside the industry. Our strategy is to fulfill our clients' needs, scale as they scale, and quickly enter new markets.
In the last 5 years, we've more than doubled the business each year and had growth rates as high as 185% annually.
Our customers are growing just like we're growing. So from anything but cannabis, from soup to nuts, we're going to be able to support you and be that one-stop shop. So rather than calling 15 folks, you're going to be able to call one.
By 2018, KushCo Holdings was ready to rebrand the primary business unit, KUSH Bottles, into KUSH Supply Co., a world-class distribution platform specializing in cannabis packaging solutions and ancillary products. KUSH Energy, a solvents and hydrocarbons distributor for the booming extraction sector, and Coletto Innovations, an R&D division dedicated to generating IP and delivering hyper-custom packaging solutions to brands across the market. The Hybrid Creative, a full-service design agency, was acquired in the middle of 2018.
Sort of through an organic and inorganic way, we built a very robust offering. Then in 2018, we acquired Summit Innovations, which was a leading hydrocarbon gases and solvents provider.
Any company that sells ethanol or alcohol-based solvents can sell into this industry. But they also have a lot of other industries they're servicing. KUSH Energy, this is what we do, it's all we do. So the customer, this specific industry, they are always our number one priority.
It's very much an untapped market. It's very new and has really opened up a lot of opportunity for us, a lot of opportunity for innovation.
Here at the Hybrid Creative, we're deeply passionate about building those cannabis brands. And when anybody asks who they are and why they do what they do, why they get up in the morning and why should anyone care, we've really helped them define that purpose. And that's what makes a strong, powerful brand.
Outside of the oil, the flower itself, we provide everything.
We knew that every transaction at the point of sale involved some sort of packaging, and that was our initial entry point.
Over the last year, KUSH has been able to take our supply chain, revamp it, and now put out the best quality products at the best price, right? As the Chief Revenue Officer, it's about growth here. I go in to see what others are doing and how we can build a value proposition to earn that new business.
Regulations are dynamic and nuanced, especially in regards to packaging and labeling. Cannabis companies come to us seeking knowledgeable partners to help them understand and navigate each state's complex regulatory environment.
The regulations are evolving very quickly. Just from this morning to this afternoon, that things can change.
The more nuanced and complex the regulations are, the more in demand our company actually is.
What we generally like to do is walk them through our factory relationships, walk them through the state-based compliance rules that they have, so that every time we deliver a product to them, it's compliant with what their state needs or their country needs.
In California, one of the things that we've been very passionate about is child safety and public welfare. Based on those interactions with those customers, we're able to go to regulators and say, this is what we've found out, and this is what we think would be a better approach to solving some of those problems.
Not only are KushCo companies well positioned for delivering on the volume and velocity multi-state operators need, but they are the rare single-source distributor of packaging, supplies, branding solutions, vape hardware, and producer of custom solutions to the cannabis industry.
These These items they need on a regular, reoccurring basis. They're critical to the success of the business. The supply chain can't fail, can't go down, or the business halts. That's where we focused our efforts.
When we think about our strategic acquisitions and sort of our roadmap, all we do is we listen to the customers. They come to us, they tell us what their pain points are, and then we go and we look at, okay, how do we solve these pain points?
Talented people are the foundation to every successful and thriving operation. KushCo actively seeks out the top talents from a wide range of industries. With attractive qualities such as a high-growth industry, equity, and progressive nature, it's a core objective for KushCo to make a name for itself employing bright, bold minds from all walks of life.
When I started with the company a year ago, there was approximately 75 employees. So in the last year since I was brought on board, about 150 employees are new. Most companies that are doing the kind of business at the size and volume that we are, people have been in their roles for several years. Even with so many new people, we've been able to be so successful.
When we started the business in 2010, back then, you didn't even want to tell your parents that you were in the cannabis industry, let alone try to recruit somebody out of an existing industry and bring them into the cannabis industry. So it was difficult.
One thing that you can count on at KUSH, as Nick Kovacevic always says, is you can count on change.
KushCo's leadership hails from a diverse background, but they all have one thing in common. They are excited about growing the cannabis industry.
I got to know a little bit more about the space, cannabis, and what was going on. Could quickly recognize the opportunity and the energy within the space.
After a lot of research, I realized that KUSH was the most professional and best way for me to get into this specific sector, and it's been really exciting.
With over 25 facilities, including warehouses, distribution centers, and an on-the-ground sales presence across the US, Canada, China, and the UK, KushCo has positioned itself to deliver on new market growth from day one.
As of today, nobody's even close to what we are executing. We've been working with different consultants, black belts, Six Sigmas to improve our processes. We are also working with our vendors to improve the quality of our products. The other piece of it is working really close with our IT team so we can bring technical solutions to our people.
As we get to see all of it, we need to have people here that can assess and then see opportunity and move, right? And move fast.
I'm going to back my decisions with data from sales and operations and marketing, a culture of data-driven decision-making.
To the analyst community, we're positioned as a picks and shovels play on the overall cannabis industry. As Mark Twain said during the gold rush, who made the most money is the folks that were selling the picks and the shovels.
Uniquely positioned to take advantage of the growth of the cannabis industry through strategic acquisitions, new market penetration, product line and IP development, and international expansion. KushCo Holdings is now the leading premier ancillary producer of products and services for the global cannabis industry.
We're uniquely positioned, is the way I would put it. We have this KUSH ecosystem that we talk about. It's real, and it starts with being customer-centric. It starts with being a solutions provider.
We now boast the largest sales force in the cannabis industry, well over 50 salespeople that are doing the same thing that me and my partners did at the very beginning.
I always go back to quality, right? Quality is the number one, and then we work on price number two. And I'm happy to say that today, there's nobody that can beat quality that we put out.
We talked to the customers and we figured out what do they need, what are they buying, and then we went and found how we could be a provider of those products. And then we took it a step further and we decided, we don't want to just be a generic provider, we want to be an innovator.
KushCo Holdings, leading in industry transformation.